let's just go live and just go from there. What's up, you guys? Let's see if I can put this over here. And then I can open this. Just bear with me for 1 second while I get this going. Just bear with me. Okay. Is that right? Is everything going well? I'll just make this full screen. Yeah, a couple people here. Cool. Yeah, I'm just this is not scheduled or anything like that. I was just listing some stuff and I was like, you know what? Let me just grab my laptop and go live. You guys can watch me. Let's look at all that crap back there. I've got a list. So thanks for hanging out. This is going to be, again, not planned at all. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'll be happy to tackle those. But I'm really just going to be working. I'm setting up this original PlayStation lot right now. I'm about to list, and I just still have not gotten all of my video game stuff listed from that video game buyout. So I've just got a lot of work to do. Let's see, a couple people in the chat already. Mark Lundy Carter, what's up, Lundy? Anita Corona. I also need a Corona. Floatown Flip, Connor Brandt. I was just catching up on your videos. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I haven't posted a ton recently, but I appreciate you catching up. Rico's Adventures, what's up? Rebel Junkie, that reseller guy. Addie Erasmus, Seth Cordick, Nikki and Gary. Hit my lunch, perfect timing. Haha. Florida Flipper, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. Prince Burke Resells, what's up, man? Thanks so much for that super chat in the last live. I really appreciate it. Darren's Fun Fonts, SSK Promo Balloon that popped. Hello, Chick Rocker 77. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining. Mark says, Josh, I pay like $100 to $200 for PS4s locally. You think that's too risky in case they are broken? I don't know. I've never flipped a PS4. I'm an Xbox guy, and I don't really know much about PS4s, even in terms of value, honestly. So I am not the one to ask about that. It seems reasonable. I mean, I think $100 is a really good deal on a PS4 because I'm seeing them sell on Facebook for like $350, depending on the models and memory capacity and stuff. Seth Cordick, I'm super organized. I couldn't have a big pile of stuff like that. I would go nuts. Yeah, it's really, I hate it. I've just been sourcing a lot lately, and I'm trying to list. Like, I'll source, and get 20 or 30 things, and I'll list 10 or 15. But, like, if you do that every day, you constantly build up a death pile. This is only like a quarter of my death pile. It goes all the way along the wall back here. But as we learned recently, it's cool to have a death pile. Always have something to list. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, everything. Once everything is listed, it's super organized. I know where everything is. But before it's listed, I have no idea what's back here on this table. I love digging through my death pile, and I'm like, oh yeah, I bought that last year. Haven't listed it yet. Gorgeous, what's up? Hello. Nikki and Gary kind of need to know when to start a store. I mean, if you want to do any sort of serious reselling, you need a store. I think I went straight for like the $22 a month store. I think it was a $20 a month store when I started it, and it's well worth it. I mean, I think we did the math before, and it's like 65 or 70. If you have more than 65 or 70 active listings on eBay, it's cheaper to get that $22 a month store because you get 250 free listings with that price. And if you have more than like 65 or 70 listings without a store, you'd end up paying more anyway. So I would suggest most people, if you want eBay to be a significant source of income for you, even as a hobbyist, I would just recommend getting the starter store? It's not the starter store. I think it's the basic store. I didn't do that. They didn't have the starter store when I had started. Prince Burke resells. I'm literally doing the same as you right now. Yeah, this is the not so glamorous side of reselling. I did go to the bins earlier today and got a few things, but you just got to come home and list, So if you don't list, you don't sell anything. And I'm not going to put a ton of time into this PlayStation bundle. I'm just pairing it up with, I have two controllers I have like the regular controller without the analog sticks, and then one with the analog stick. And I don't know if I want to include both of them, because this one by itself isn't really worth much, like what, $7 or $8. So I might just include both of them just to make the lot better. I got the system with all the cords, these two controllers, and then all these games. We got Gex 3, we got the original Gex, Rayman 2, Spyro the Dragon. This was an all-time favorite of mine. Frogger, he's back. Frogger, he's back. NASCAR 98, which is hot garbage. Frogger 2, which Frogger 2 should be called Frogger, he's back, don't you think? And then Vigilante 8. I don't think any of those games are worth a ton of money on their own, so I'm pretty sure these are all the PS2. Actually, no, yeah, these are all the PlayStation 1 games I have, I think. I sold a couple of them, like Final Fantasy. Those sold by themselves pretty well. I think I got like $60 for one of them. But these are all, you know, $5 to $10 free shipping games, at least unless I did my research wrong. But I'm just going to pair them up with this and be good to go. Bolo Buddies, I'm listening and get the alert you are on. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Cajun Reseller, what's up, man? Listing some Illuminati cards. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds fun. Hey, Nana Tink, thanks for joining. There's a dog out there. Lundy, you know we were supposed to be at camp right now. Yeah, man, it sucks that they canceled it. It sucks. Mim Flips, what's up, man? This is going to just back to let's see later. Basic is $21.95. Yeah, for the store. Yeah, I would just get it. I mean, it's well worth it, because that's the first store where you get like the shipping discounts and all that stuff. And again, if you don't have more than 70 listings on eBay, you're probably not going to make any money anyway. So I would just focus on getting more than 70 listings and then just getting that store. eBay does a lot of things poorly, but the value they provide in the stores, at least up to my store level, I have the premium, which is like $55 a month, and it's well worth it. They do a very good job of providing value for store owners. I've heard once you get to the anchor store level, like the $150 or $250 a month, some people complain that they're not getting all the benefits that they pay for, but I haven't gone that far yet. I haven't needed to go that far, so I can't speak to that. But as far as up to the premium store, I think it's a very good investment. Zero Kicks, what's up, man? Bonjour from Montreal. I don't do resale, but I enjoy your videos. Well, thanks so much for watching, Sarah. I don't know what's entertaining about my videos if you don't do resale, but that's awesome. I appreciate you being here. Frogger is the best. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've played Frogger, but it was a fun game. Teresa Hauk, thanks for all you're doing. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, what's up, Dave? Tesla Picker. My most controversial live stream ever was with Dave last week. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. It's important conversations to have, you know. Zero Kicks from Sacramento. It's so crazy that you guys are just located all over the world. That's awesome. Idaho, look at there. Free at Death Valley, I haven't figured out the system yet. Good live stream for sure. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate that. Connor Brandt, I'm so stir crazy. I might have to go check out the thrift store soon. It's crazy because I'm seeing so many people on Instagram posts like, oh, our Goodwills are finally open, but our Goodwills have been open for, it seems like 2 months or so, which is weird because South Carolina, I think, is like the #1 COVID spot in the nation right now. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it's either us or Arizona, but we had like 800 more positive cases yesterday. Granted, there are a ton of free testing sites up now. Like you can drive down the street and get tested for free. So I haven't done a lot of research into like if the percent positives are going up. Last I checked, it was like 13 or 14% of people who were getting tested had it. So, you know, so if you're testing 10,000 people a day, you know, so you got to know all the facts. But stores here are still open. I mean, most people wear masks, I guess. It was weird because like right when we first opened, nobody wore a mask, like nobody. But now people are starting to wear masks again. So I don't know. Nick Big Thrift, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. $5 to buy more belated B-Day bone for Mose. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Mose's birthday was June 8th. He turned 3 or 21 in dog years. He's a full-grown adult now, and he had a very good party. I shouldn't have bought that balloon. The balloon was like $10, and he hated it, and now it's just slowly deflating in our kitchen. Okay, I actually need to do some work to be called a working live stream. I got the Paw Patrol. Oh, I just sold something. It's kind of dirty because it was sitting on the floor, but I'll clean this up. This is going to be a collectible once they take Paw Patrol off the air for being related to police officers. I don't know. I found that at Goodwill the other day. I always buy Mose a bunch of stuffed animals whenever I go to the one Goodwill that has a ton of them, and that was one of them. And that was when like the whole Paw Patrol thing was popping up. I'm like, let me just get it, hold on to it, and see what happens. Good weed. What's up, man? Hello, could you tell me why NCAA 14 is so expensive? It's a good question, man. Honestly, it's almost like the stock market. Like inherently, it's a game. Like the only thing special about it is that it's the last college football game, video game that was made before the rule came about, like, you know, they can't make college football games anymore, which that is changing. I think they're making a new college football game this year, 2020. But that's it. I mean, the graphics are from 2014. Like I think it's just one of those things. Like if enough people get together and say that something is valuable, people just believe it, you know? So really it's just like any other sports game. It's just, you know, people are willing to pay it up. People say that it's rare, you know. I wish people would say that Vigilante 8 is a rare PlayStation game and talk it up on online forums and stuff, because then it would go for high. So really at the base of it, it's just a video game. Like there's so many other better video games to choose from, but just because it's the last one, and I don't know, I don't get it. It sucks because I had one before, and I think I sold it for like $80, and that was like back in November maybe. And then of course it goes up in value. Now they're going for like 200. So it's crazy. I would never pay that much for a video game unless it was worth 500 and I was buying it to resell, you know. Do I buy and sell stocks? Not really. I mean, it's kind of, oh, Lundy, you didn't have to do that, man. I appreciate it. We're supposed to be at camp starting yesterday. I really wish we could be there right now and see everybody. Yeah, Lundy is one of the kids that I don't think I was his counselor at camp last year, but he was in the other side of my cabin. Good kid. Lundy, shout out to you. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're supposed to be at summer church camp, Palmetto Bible camp in Marietta, South Carolina this week. But basically the whole camp was canceled because of COVID. So it sucks. But do I do stocks? Not really. I mean, I don't know enough to get into it. I mean, I remember Part-Time Pickers posted on his Instagram that he invested like 25 grand, like, you know, a month and a half ago, and he turned that into about 68,000, which is definitely possible. You know, if you invested at the bottom, it's definitely possible to make all that money back and make a huge profit. But I personally don't have $25,000 to risk in the stock market. So I think at the bottom, I bought one share of Disney for like $93 and some like 8 shares of Norwegian Cruise Line or something. And I think my Disney stock is up to like 116 or so. So I've made like, you know, $20 or whatever on one stock of Disney. And then I have, this morning, actually, I bought 4 shares of Delta, I think. Wait, let me see what I sold on eBay. Oh, I sold some chalk, sidewalk chalk, which is cool because I thought I was going to be stuck with a lot of sidewalk chalk. Let me open up my Robinhood account here. Not sponsored. I just use Robinhood because it's free. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So I bought 4 shares of Delta Airlines this morning for $28.84 each. So I don't know if you can see that. Wait, it's going to be a delay. I can't see it, but that's what I bought this morning. So that's $28.84 times 4, whatever that is. and now it's up to the total value of all 4 shares is $122.28. So today I've made $6.80 so far. I know nothing. You know, airlines are going to go up in value. Like, I wish I could go back and buy stock in every airline at the bottom, because they were at their lowest point. But obviously, as things open back up, they're going to go up and up in value. I mean, so today I've made today's return. I've made 5.4% in profit. So if you would have invested $1,000, you would have made $50. You know, if you would have invested 10,000, you would have made 500. So these people that are, I think, like Rally Roots made the video about how he made so much money in the stock market, but it was a good video. I enjoyed it. A bunch of people, you know, disliked it or whatever because it wasn't reselling related, but they were able to make thousands of dollars. But it's because they had a lot of money to play around with. You know, if you could invest I could have spent $100,000 this morning, and I could have made $5,000 in the last hour. You know, but I don't have $100,000 to do that. So. As far as stock market, no, I don't really play around. I mean, I play around with it like that, like, yeah, $100 here and there. But yeah, I don't really mess with it. Joey Bada Bing, what's up, man? Love the shirt. Yeah, it's not vintage, but I like it. The full body graphic, I'm digging it. Zero Kicks, Delta's good to buy. Airlines will go up soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lose money, you know. Let's see, and it's not, and you know, Delta and Disney and stuff like that, they're not going to soar. They're blue chip stocks. You know, they're going to go up here and there. I think what's most important is maxing out your Roth IRA, if you guys can qualify for that. I think you can put up to $6,000 per year in your Roth IRA per person. So Haley and I can put up to $12,000 a year in that. You do that for 30 years and you're a millionaire, you know. So it's not sexy. It's not I made $10,000 in 3 hours on the stock market, but that's what you want to do. If you know, I don't expect to ever make, you know, if I can get to where I'm making $80,000 to $100,000 a year with reselling in YouTube, and my wife is making pretty good money with her job, you know, I don't ever want to make millions of dollars a year, because you don't have to do that. Like, you'd have to work really hard and invest and just get involved in a bunch of things if you want to increase your annual income. But our focus is more on our saving for our future. And if you do that well enough, you don't have to, I mean, you can make $40,000 a year. And if you can save 10 of it, you know, 25% of your income saved and invested in a Roth IRA, you're good to go, man. So Lundy, thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate it. You ever try to do all the baby steps? I tried, I guess. So I guess we're still on baby step 2. So I don't like having only $1,000 in my savings account. That's what Dave says. What Founded Future is talking about, Christy, I think that's her name. Dave Ramsey has the 7 baby steps of like getting out of debt and building wealth. And step 1 is saving $1,000 for emergency fund. Step 2 is paying off all of your debt except for your house. Step 3 is a fully funded emergency fund, which is like 3 to 6 months of your expenses. Step 4? I think step 4 is retirement. Maybe maxing out. I don't remember step 4, 5, 7 is like build wealth or something dumb like that. But technically we are on step 2 still, because we still owe on Haley's car. I still have some student loans, but we have a lot more in savings than $1,000. I do not feel comfortable having only $1,000 in savings. There are a numerous amount of emergencies that could arise in my life that would cost more than $1,000. Chick Rocker, $5 super chat. What's up? Just because it's been a while, and for the B-Day boy. Now he's 21. You can take him out for a drink. LOL. Also, what's the frame in the back? That Budweiser sign? Well, first of all, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. The Budweiser sign is a sign I was trying to sell on consignment for a buddy of mine. I've had it for like a year. It's too big to ship, and I've just had it listed on Facebook Marketplace locally for over a year, and nobody's bought it. So I actually need to just take it back to him and give it back. It's taking up so much time, or so much space. Yeah, I used to be a Dave Ramsey counselor. I can't believe I can't remember all the other steps, but yeah, the first three are the most important. That's where most of the U.S. population falls in. You're either saving for emergency or paying off your debt or saving for expenses. And after that is, and Mountain Man Treasure says to invest. And 5, 6, I think it's like pay off your house, maybe fund kids college or something. Maybe those are switched up, and then just build wealth. There you go. Yeah, I was right. I just was unsure. Lundy Carter. Lundy, you do not need a Budweiser sign. Matt Ben SC. We did Dave Ramsey years ago and are debt-free except the house. We don't follow all the steps, but I do enjoy streamlined expenses. Yeah. Dave Ramsey is very, very conservative when it comes to finances. Like the no credit card thing. I mean, you can really get a lot of benefit out of credit cards if you use them correctly. I remember Ashley, Hustle at Home Mom. If you guys, I'm sure you know who she is, but if you don't, look her up. She's on YouTube and Instagram. And she and her husband went to Hawaii like a couple months ago. She made a thrifting video while she was there. And I'm pretty sure she said they paid for the flight and the hotel room with credit card points. And then Steffen, he's a YouTuber that talks like finances. He's pretty conservative, especially, I think he's my age, like 29, 30 years old. He's a millionaire. But he's all about saving money and being frugal, but he also talks about how important it is to harness the power of credit cards, But again, it's a loaded gun. If you don't know how to use it properly, you can kill yourself financially. So it's not for everybody, but yeah. Yellow Brick Road reselling. I did bits of pieces of Dave Ramsey years ago. Yeah, I'm gonna find a system that fits you. Like I said, we have way more. If we savings to pay off all of our debt right now, except the house. I could write a check for Haley's car and my student loans, her student loans. I've got like $5,000 in medical bills. We could write a check, pay off all of that right now, but then we'd only have like $1,000 in savings. So we're just personally more comfortable with having more in savings just in case, and we're just chipping away at the debt. We've got a really good rate on Haley's car as far as interest. My medical bills are interest free. I don't have any credit card debt, so there's no 20 or 30% interest there. So mathematically, some cases it doesn't really make sense to pay off debt. It's like if you have like a zero interest, if you have really good credit and you can get like a zero interest payment on a car, it's better to just make payments monthly on a car and just use the other money you would have paid off to invest. Because if you can make more on an investment percentage wise than it would cost you in financing for that debt, you would come out ahead. But again, you have to be very financially savvy to know how to do that, and most people aren't. Found a future for me selling on eBay is to pay off my student loans and save up to $40K to go back to school full time for 1 year. That's very expensive school, $40K for 1 year. I think aren't you already a nurse? Something in nursing, I think. I don't remember exactly. But even for nursing, that's expensive. I think I'm like seven classes. So like 21 credit hours away from a bachelor's degree in finance. And I just don't want to go back, even if it was free, because I just don't see the ROI of my time. Like I would spend like maybe a year or so going back to school, and I wouldn't quit eBay or YouTube. So I would just have a degree, and I don't see the ROI on it anymore. Oh, to pay bills and not work. Okay, yeah, I get that. Andy Sumetta, what are we working on? Well, I'm trying to list this PlayStation, which I need to go ahead and do. I was just cleaning the controllers. I think I'm going to go ahead and just write a little bit on there. I'm not getting in all the nooks and crannies. I'm just cleaning the surface of it a little bit. And I need to get this thing listed. I've got so much stuff, guys. If anybody needs a box of inventory, let me know, because I can hook you up. I've got so much stuff, man. I need to have a yard sale or a warehouse sale or whatever you want to call it. Caleb Peterson found 4 Wii Fit boards and games at the thrift store the other day. I have a Wii Fit board over there. I have not tested it. I'm sure it works. They don't really break very often, but haven't tested it, haven't listed it. What kind of PlayStation it is? It's the original. I don't really know the difference between this one and the PS1, Why are there, the names are so complicated? Like Xbox One. Wow, that's the third Xbox, or that's the third Xbox. Why did you name it the Xbox One? I don't understand, because now you're like Xbox One, or you can't say Xbox because people are like, which one? And you say Xbox. If you say Xbox One, people think it's the original. Just very confusing. Yeah, this is just a regular PlayStation, not a PS1. This controller is for a PS1, but it works with this one. So I don't know. I had a PS2 growing up, but I never had a PS1. A reseller box, yes. I mean, yeah, if you're interested, I'll hook you up. Let's say $100 minimum, and I can guarantee 100 or 50% ROI. So you spend $100, say $100 shipped, I guess. I don't know, depending on where you are, because it's a fine line between like making it profitable and like, I can send you like a 50-pound box of stuff, but if you live in Alaska, like Big Trip Thrift or something, it may not be cost effective. So someone that lives on the eastern side of the United States wants to do like $100 shipped, I can send you $150 worth of stuff. Good stuff that'll actually sell. I have clothes. My weakness at the bin, so the last 2 times I went to the bins, they haven't really had much out except clothes. So I got some clothes today, even though I hate clothes, you know. So this is what I got today. I spent like $6 on all this stuff. I think it was like $5.70. I got 2 pairs of these Lucky jeans, Lucky brand. Both of them are the exact same size. 410 athletic slim, 36 by 34. Good size. 36 by 34 is a very average size for men. It's like a men's size 10 in shoes. Both of them exact same size and style, basically brand new, no wear at all. So I'm like, even though I don't sell clothes, Lucky brand jeans, I can get maybe $35 plus shipping for a 2-pack of these. So that was good. And I don't know why I got this, just because it was so light. It's probably 50 cents. A little USA Nike dry fit shirt, size extra, extra large. And on the sleeve, it has the United States Paralympic team. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let me move this over so that light isn't in here. Wait, it's known as this one. Maybe that's better. No holes, nothing, a good size. I don't know. I don't really want to list it, but I'm like, it's like 25 cents. It's for it. It could probably sell for like $15 to $18 pretty easily. And then I got this pretty cool Adidas jacket. It's got the little trefoil logo, size large, and it's got like it's like the 3 stripes go all the way across it. Come on. Dude. Man, I already zipped this thing up. Come on, man. I'm doing a live video. Don't embarrass me here. There we go. So the 3 stripes go like all the way across it. It's a little dingy on the white side, the white sleeve. But again, this was probably like less than $2, So that's my weakness. Even though I hate listing clothing, if I find good stuff at the bins, I just feel like I have to get it. Nanotink Treasures, I'll send you $15 for the Nike shirt today. Nanotink, how about 12? I'll give you a good deal, $12. My PayPal is, and I'll wash it for you before I send it to. PayPal is my email, harrytornado@gmail.com. So if you want $12, free shipping, I'll send it to you. Jonathan, how much total inventory do you have listed, and how many items per day on average do you sell? So right now, I think I have like 350 items listed. On average, lately, I've probably been selling like 6 to 8 items a day. Like this weekend, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I shipped out 19 orders. So something like that. Some days I sell 12 things. Some days I sell 2. So on average, about 6 to 8, which is really good for only having 350 items listed. Best days to find deals at Goodwill. It really just depends on your store. Mondays, maybe. Mondays, Saturday mornings, something like that. Chick Rocker 77. Ooh, I take the jacket. Clothes are what I like to sell. Sure. Make me an offer. Again, I paid like $6 for all this stuff. So I'm not trying to rake you guys over the coal. And the jacket's kind of dirty. I'm not, it doesn't have stains. It's just like dirty, you know? So I'm thinking it'll come clean, throw a little OxyClean in the washer. But yeah, if you want it, I'll wash it and let you know, send you some pictures, whatever. Oh, somebody wanted that golf sweater, the Clemson golf sweater the other day. I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. If somebody's in the chat and was the person that Instagram messaged me about the Clemson golf sweater, let me know. I'll figure it out and send it to you. Oh, Emily Conway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your premiere. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Everybody, go subscribe to Emily Conway. Name's in the chat. She's got a great channel. She hustles, straight hustles on reselling and content creation, and just a great person. Go subscribe. Zero Kicks, is that my death pile in the back? Yes, that is all my death pile back there. Nana Tink, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Art Vandalay, how much for my hat? I can't sell my hat, man. I actually have 2 red ones and 1 blue one, because I found this one at Goodwill in the bins, and I was like, oh, I love that, so I kept it, and then I lost it, and I tried to look online to find another one, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I found another one exactly like this identical hat at the bins again. So I bought that one, and I loved it. And then I lost that one. And then I mentioned in a video that Chick Rocker, yeah, just you can PayPal me or whatever. My PayPal is my email, harrytornado@gmail.com. And just PayPal me whatever you feel like it's worth, and just include your address. Anyway, so I lost this one, and I was super distraught because that was like my identity, you know, the red South Carolina hat. And I mentioned in a video that I couldn't find it, and somebody sent me a link, and it was sold on like the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, like gift shop or something. I don't know, but they sent me the link to it, and they had red and blue. So I bought a blue one, and then I cleaned out my truck, and I found both of my red ones. So now I have 3 of these, 2 red, 1 blue. Follow Emily's TikTok too. Yeah, Emily's on TikTok. She's the only reseller TikToker I know of, and some of them are really, really funny. I really like them. Let's see. Yeah, there's no convenient time for a big YouTuber to ever go live. There really isn't. This was not planned at all. Joey Bada Bing, I want the shirt off my back. I can't sell it to you, man. I can't. This is my favorite Spider-Man shirt. Wubney 199 super chat. Thanks, man. I'm 17-year-old reseller who posts my progress on YouTube. Cool, man. I'll have to check it out. Everybody remember that name, Wubney. I love teenagers getting into reselling because it's, man, if I could go back to when I was like 14, 15 years old and start reselling, oh my gosh, dude, I'd be driving a Tesla right now. I'd also have an F-150. My house would be paid for. Like, my life would be totally different. I don't regret anything because, you know, your past actions make you who you are today. But if I could go back, I'd be set. I would be set. Bring back the headband. I've got it over there. It just, my hair, I got my hair cut, and the guy just cut it way too short, and the headband just doesn't look good with short hair. Why would the DNR sell that, though? I have no idea. South Carolina, maybe? I don't know. Try to get my 14-year-old into it. She instead decides to get a real first job. Yeah, that's, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, you know? So many kids want a real job, working at a yogurt shop, making $8 an hour. I'm like, it's just crazy because, like, on reselling, I could sell something to make a $20 profit, and there's somebody in the comments like, oh, that's just $20. What a waste of time. I'm like, it took me like 12 minutes to list and ship this item. So I'm making on this item $20 for 12 minutes. So hourly rate, you know, that's like what, $60 an hour, so $80 an hour, whatever. Like that's more than most people make. So I think, I don't know, just in terms of money, people think $15 an hour. Like, oh, if we can get, everybody makes $15 an hour, that's a livable wage. But if you can make $15 an hour as a reseller, you're the worst reseller in the world. If you can only make $15 an hour reselling stuff, that's crazy. I worked so many crappy jobs in my life, guys. The worst job ever was at Hardee's. I worked there for 2 weeks only because my mom wouldn't let me quit on the first day. It was awful. And it sucks. Like when I moved out for the first time, I went to college. I started working at KFC, which was also a garbage job. But I mean, it was like those fast food jobs, and like, I mean, you just bust your back for those people, and you just get no appreciation. Like even at Chick-fil-A, I worked at Chick-fil-A for 5 years, and they offered me the position of like certified trainer, and I was making like, this was like 2012. 2013 or so, I don't know, something like that. I was making like $9 an hour, which was decent back then, and they offered me like a 25-cent an hour raise if I did the certified training off like in my own time. And I did that, and it took me about 20 hours like off the clock of training to get the certification, to get the 25-cent an hour raise. And I got it, and I was really proud. And then I was doing the math. I was like, I'm gonna have to work like 2,000 hours at a 25, if I count the benefit of that, like 20 hours of my time off the clock for a 25-cent raise. By the time I work like 2,000 hours, I will have made what I should have made regular minimum wage for the 20 hours I did off the clock. So financially, it was like the worst thing ever. Like, you do 20 hours of work off the clock for free, and we'll give you an extra 25 cents an hour. And that was Chick-fil-A. Obviously they're better about it now, but I don't know, just food service jobs, and like generally those lower wage jobs are just garbage. You can't make enough to do anything. When I work at Chick-fil-A full time, like 40, 45 hours a week, I had a roommate, but I was living on my own. And by the time, you paid rent, and I had a car payment and insurance and food and gas, I mean, I would have like $40 to my name, like for 2 weeks to live off of for 2 weeks until I got my next paycheck. I can't imagine what my life would look like if I went back to reselling, or if I started reselling back then. Yeah, it's good. Matt Ben says, I can understand why more folks don't resell, but that's good for all of us. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm one of the people that I think there's plenty to go around. I mean, look at all this crap I got, and I only go to thrift stores like 4 times a week, maybe 5. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Okay, I think we're good. I'm kicking myself for not saving some of my things for when I was younger, because Rally Roots did a vintage shirt haul reveal, and a few shirts they pulled out I had when I was a teen. Yeah, I wish I could go back and never open my Nintendo 64 that I got when I was like 9, just keep it brand new in the box. Which kind of makes me wonder if, like, we were talking about stocks and stuff earlier, like as a reseller, you can invest in consoles, like anytime a new console comes out, just buy it and just leave it in the box and put it back in your storage or something. Like the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch came out. I don't know what the retail on that was, but probably $300, maybe $350. I don't know. I bought it on Facebook Marketplace for $450 and sold it for $700, and that was just 3 months ago. I can't imagine what a sealed Animal Crossing Switch would go for in 15 years. So that's something I might want to be getting into, because there's so many consoles that come out, like limited edition Halo 5 or Halo 6, whenever that comes out this year. I'm sure there'll be an new Xbox console that comes out with that. That might be $600 or $700, but if you just leave that thing sealed for 10 years, what's the return on investment going to be? Like, if I could go back to 1999 or whatever the year there was Nintendo 64 came out, and buy like 100 Nintendo 64s, I mean, yeah, it cost me like, $20,000 or however much it was. But now, like a sealed Nintendo 64 in the box, what does that sell for? Like $800, $1,000 or something? It's a pretty good investment. It's basically the same investment you would make, investing in stocks, or like the stock market in general. Yeah, just talk to Emily Conway about all of her her mother-in-law kept all of her husband's stuff from when he was a kid, like all of his N64 stuff and Nintendo or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, and she's been selling a ton of that lately. They finally decided to let go of it, and I don't think any of it was sealed in the box. It was just, you know, used, played with stuff that her mother-in-law just kept. Acapulco Gold. Acapulco Gold. What is a good scale to buy? Accutech is what I use. It's on Amazon. You just search postal scale Accutech and it should pop up. I also have it linked in almost all of my video descriptions except this one. Johnny Jones, yeah, every college student should do it. It's great not having to leave your dorm or apartment to make money. Yeah, for sure. So many college people just, like I said, get jobs at yogurt shops or, you know, deliver for DoorDash or something, which is fine, but reselling is way better. But again, you have, depending on your dorm, you have a pretty limited space for items. That French bloke, what's up, man? Hi, Josh. Good to see that you're still doing live chats. I tried. Have I ever heard of Savers? I have, but we don't have them here in South Carolina. At least I've never seen one. I've seen a College Picker and Bonafide Hustler in Texas. Go to them a lot. They seem pretty cool, but I don't know where any of them are. Seth Cordick, there's a pre-owned Nintendo 64 on eBay that sold for $1,500. I believe it. It's probably like a limited edition or something, you know, like I know it's a long haul, definitely a long haul, but I think this guy I follow on Instagram, I can't think of his name right now, but he found a sealed Nintendo Wii, like the black one, the one that came out with like Wii Sports Resort or something, sealed in the plastic at a thrift store for $100, and he bought it, and I don't know if he sold it or he was just showing sold comps, but sold comps on that were like 600. And that's been, I think that one came out in like 2008, maybe. So just in 12 years, it quadrupled in value, you know? And it's all with collectors. Like nobody's ever going to open that, you know? But again, it would take a lot of space to like invest in sealed video game consoles, but just an idea. Especially with limited edition, like the Animal Crossing one that came out, the Nintendo Switch, or like I've got this. I got this Xbox 360 that is the Halo 3 version. I don't know how many of these came out, but even in used condition, I think this one's worth like $100 and something, $120 or something. I don't have the cords with it though. It's just this. And a viewer, I forget who it was, but a viewer reached out and they had the hard drive for this because it was missing the hard drive. And they sent me the actual hard drive that goes along with it. So I'll probably get cords and list it eventually. But stuff like that, limited edition. Calvin with the Kelly Hustle flipped a new sealed Wii for like $0 or more. Did you miss a number? 400. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Wii's will be worth nothing again soon. Yeah. I mean, not nothing, but a lot less. I mean, it's just how the market works, you know. What do folks do with damaged consoles? Try to repair, sale at discount. There's a lot of people on eBay that buy broken stuff. I mean, I listed a Game Boy. I think it's in the box back there. It was a game of the original Game Boy that came out in like '89 or something, and it turned on, but I couldn't get it to do anything else. And you could, you know, YouTube search how to fix it, and you know, it's probably pretty easy. But I just sold it as is for parts, and it sold in like 15 minutes. I think I got $40 for it, like 35 plus shipping. And even in working condition, they're worth like 80. So somebody will probably buy it and spend $10 fixing it, and then sell it for a $30 profit. So there are a ton of people that buy broken stuff. The only thing I really bother repairing is controllers. Like I did if you guys didn't see my Instagram story the other day, I showed how I fixed the joystick on a Nintendo GameCube controller. It's super easy. And I do that because I know how to do it. It takes me like 5 to 10 minutes, and I can, you know, a broken controller would sell for like $20, maybe 15 to 20. And then one that's fixed would sell for like 35 to 40. So in my opinion, that's worth it to fix, but you know, sometimes it's just not worth it. DLJ from PA. I thought that was so interesting watching the controller repair. I love, sometimes I'll watch videos just for like, of repair videos just for like an ASMR type thing. I just like seeing people take stuff apart. There's whole channels where people will just take new electronics and just take them completely apart and just show what's on the inside and then put it back together. There's channels that do it with cell phones. Like the new iPhone comes out day one, they'll just take it and rip it apart, put it back together just to see what's on the inside. And they have millions of subscribers. There's a lot of people out there that enjoy it. Does anyone use Slick Deals or BrickSeek for RA? I've had some good luck recently. I use the free version of BrickSeek. It's okay. Sometimes I don't really find any deals that are worth it. Occasionally I'll see an item that's like $30 in profit, but it's only 3 of them in stock, like at a Walmart, like 30 miles away. So I don't deal with it. All right, I need to list some stuff. This is not a working Hangout. This is just a Hangout. Let's see how I can take a picture of this stuff. Let's put it right here. I'm supposed to show all my titles. Maybe I'll save the gex. I'll list the gex individually. Is that the mail truck? It's really early for the mail truck. The Monday morning mail truck, which is can't tell. You can actually get work done until it's true. It's true. Not what titles do I have from PlayStation? Vigilante 8, Frogger 2, NASCAR 98, Frogger Original, Spyro, and Rayman. I think I'm just going to do Spyro, Rayman, Frogger. I don't know. I'll advertise these and I'll just throw in the others as a surprise. Now, how can I? It's hard to take pictures of bundles sometimes. I haven't taken the packages to the post office yet. So now that the mail carrier is making its first lap, I might just let him pick it up today and ask him very nicely to scan my packages in. Last time, I don't know if it's the same guy, but I gave him my packages. I was like, hey man, can you just make sure you scan these when you put them on the truck? I really appreciate it. They have to be scanned in, by, I think I said like 3 p.m. today. He's like, yeah, I got you. No problem. And I literally watched him just take it out of the bag and just throw them on the truck. No scanning. I'm like, I just asked you politely, I don't get it. Okay. I didn't really think this through. I need to scooch. Scooch. Does anybody know? That's a 2DS. Okay. Okay, got that. Where's the other? Oh, here it is. All right. What do you guys think of this setup for the photo? I've got the 2 controllers, the unit, the cords, and the games in the back. How do you guys take pictures of lots? You get to be so creative. It doesn't really matter as long as people see what they're getting, I think that's good. The sports card industry is going crazy. Yeah, I think that's going to bust pretty soon. I don't know. I'm not really investing in it. It's people think resale is competitive. Sports cards are competitive. Golly, people just camp out in Target, waiting for the vendor to come. It's just not really worth it for me. I did watch a video of this kid who was like 12 years old. He was opening the basketball cards, and he pulled it was like a Prism Zion Williamson card that was 1 of 1. So he paid, he bought a couple boxes, probably spent like $100 in boxes, and that card, I think he sold that card for $70,000. So you do have the chance to pull $70,000 out of a box of cards, but it's so competitive. Let's move the cord out of the way. Yeah, the video is crazy because he just pulled, it was literally like a kid, like 12, maybe 13, like hadn't gone through puberty yet. He's like, oh my gosh, a Zion Williamson 1 of 1. That's sick. And then he just moves on to the next card. I'm like, dude, that's like a $70,000 card. Oh, it's crazy. People pay $70,000 for a basketball card, and it'll probably go up in value. Somebody might buy it for 70, and then next year they might be able to sell it for 100, 120. My man Joey Bada Bing knows what's up when it comes to cards. Would you guys do one picture on this lot? Maybe I'll do a picture. Oh, Spyro's on the inside. Is this, what is this? What is it? I got two. Oh, man. I got Spyro Year of the Dragon. I don't know. I need to look that one up. This is just Spyro the Dragon. Almost gave him a game for free. Show us your photo setup again. That was cool. Okay. So I have this wood. I got a big wood panel at Lowe's for like $30, and I cut it in half and just made a little angle out of it. I have white paper underneath this, but it gets really dirty, so I don't know. I switch to the wood sometimes, and it looks fine. You know, it's nothing insane. And then I have these two box lights. These are called Mount Dog. Doesn't really matter what brand you get. They're all made by the same Chinese manufacturer, and I just like them. Pretty simple. And I have a little table under here. Nothing too fancy. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I think it doesn't really matter about what type of lighting. It's just the amount, the sources, the number of sources. I think it's important to have at least two at an angle. You know, if you have one source of lighting, it just doesn't really look good. It's hard to get rid of shadows with one source of lighting. Take a few pictures of the controllers. All right, we're good to go. I like to take pictures of the disc so they know they are in there. Yeah, but you only got 12 pictures. Stephen Hennessy, what's up, man? Nice shirt. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to list this. Wait, let me search. All right, Sony. Just research comps to make sure nothing's changed. This is just a Sony PlayStation original. How come when I search PlayStation, all these other ones come up? Just original? So type in original. Oh, frick. I forgot that I had the original box for this thing. Now I got to include it in the pictures somehow. That's going to add a good amount of value. Glad I remembered that. I sold a Wii U for like, I think I got like $199 for it, but I forgot to include the original box in the photos. So now I just have a Wii U box over there that I don't know what to do with. If I included that in the listing, I probably could have got another $30 to $50 for it. I'm so dumb. Emily Conway, got to go to my own premiere now, BRB. Everybody go to Emily's premiere and just come back to this later. I promise you won't miss anything. I'm just going to be figuring out how to take a picture of this box. Am I going to make the live streams weekly? I mean, I'll probably do one at least once a week, but I don't know about making it like a set at the same time every week. My life isn't that organized that I can commit to that. You probably should. That's how you build up your audience, you know, but come on. We're gonna figure this out. Oh yeah. Angle these in, put the cords in front. There we go. But you can sell just the box for something. Yeah, PlayStation box, probably like $20 plus shipping. $25 plus shipping. But I think it'll add more value to this bundle than I think it can probably add $30 to $40 to this bundle versus selling it by itself. You know, box behind it all, game stacked up on top of the unit. So this, I'll show you one more time. Sorry, just close your eyes. Okay, open your eyes. So this is what I'm doing: the box in the back, then the games along there, then the unit, controllers angled in, and then the cords up top. Maybe I'll open the unit. I don't know, something to look nice, you know, grab the attention of prospective buyers. The Wii U box by itself should sell. Yeah, I'll say. It's just boxes are hard to ship because usually the way I ship empty boxes is I'll wrap them in a little bit of bubble wrap, like usually 3 layers of bubble wrap this way, 3 this way, and then I'll wrap them in brown packing paper. Some people want to ship them in boxes, and that's fine, but it's just really hard finding boxes that fit other boxes well. And when you're dealing with boxes, the dimensions come into play really seriously. So, you know, 1 inch extra might mean the difference between, you know, $15 shipping and $30 shipping, depending if it goes over that threshold by the USPS. SE Thrifted Treasures, how much you're going to list it for? I don't know. I'm still searching sold comps. Sony PlayStation Original gray console. Let's look for that. Okay, here's one listed for $96 free shipping with no games and 1 controller, the regular controller. There's one listed for $58 plus shipping. Let's go to 225 listed, 354 sold. I'm going to sort highest price. Look at this. Sony PlayStation PS1 Original Launch Edition console, brand new, still sealed, sold for $1,200. This was probably what, $200 when it came out? $149 maybe? $1,200, man. Here's one, the PS1 Original Console mint condition with the box. It sold for $200 plus shipping, no games. Here's one, no box, 2 controllers, and a bunch of games for $200 plus shipping. Here's one, original console with the box and inserts, no games, 1 controller, $125 plus $64 shipping. Zeem, where do I find video games, garage sales, or other places? I mean, you can find video games at garage sales. I've never really struck gold. Like, I got a GameCube controller last Saturday for $4. But I got most of my video game stuff from one buyout from a guy on Facebook. So yeah, so it looks like I don't know. I mean, it sells pretty regularly. Here's one auctioned, just the PlayStation with 1 controller in the box for an auction for $128 plus shipping. So I think since I have the original box, 4 games, 2 controllers, I don't know. What do you guys think? $175 plus shipping? Something like that. $175 Eternal Best Offer plus shipping. I did test it. It works. Works great. What would you guys list it for? Let me know. 94 people watching. What would all 94 of you list this for? Again, PlayStation 1, 2 controllers, all the cords, 4 games, and the original box. SC Thrifted Treasures, $199 free shipping or plus shipping? Big Drift is in the chat. What's up, Allison? She says, here's a bolo. I sold 3 pools on Amazon last week. They sold within minutes for $327 each plus $16 shipping. I paid $64 each from Walmart. Go get them. Good luck. Shipping each cost me $74. Yeah, pools are a huge bolo right now. I'm really kicking myself because the other day, like a month ago, I went to Walmart looking for dumbbells, and I found some, and I walked down the like clearance aisle, and there were 3 above ground pools in there, and they were kind of expensive. They were like $100 each, but it was like the full plastic kind and like the huge boxes, like not the blue ones with the inflatable ring, but like the ones you'd set up. And the original price at Walmart was like $3.99, and they were on sale for like $99. Threw in 3 of them, and I thought about it. I was like, I didn't even scan them. I just like blew it off, and I'm sure I could have sold them locally for, you know, $200, $250 or so. $200 best offer, free shipping plus shipping. Okay, $1 million. What's up, Chris? $195 plus shipping, best offer. I don't do video games much, but I think I'd do 175 free shipping, 200 free ship. It'll probably, if it goes East Coast, it'll probably cost like 15 bucks to ship. West Coast, maybe like 30 or so. I think I'm gonna go 175, maybe 180 plus shipping, best offer. I think I'll do that. So did I already take pictures? Oh, I just sold something. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, Emily Conway Premiere is on there. There's a delay, so I can't see if you guys can see this or not. But I just sold a Wii power cord, a Wii power adapter for $12.87 free shipping. It's going to cost probably $4 to ship out. So not making a ton of money, but anytime I go to the bins, I got this one at the bins. Anytime I go to the bins and I find pretty much any power cords, I always buy them. I've got a bunch listed right now for like printers and everything like that. And they're slow sellers, but they always sell for 12 to 15 bucks, free shipping. They sell, you know, it doesn't, you literally take 1 or 2 pictures maybe, and they're just always going to sell eventually. So I probably paid, 50 cents for that. So after shipping fees, cost of goods, everything, I'm still making a profit of like $8 or $9. And again, easy to list, easy to store, and they just sell randomly all the time. So don't turn away from cords. Okay, to take a picture. Okay, yeah. Oh no, I took pictures, but not with the box. So I need to retake pictures. Let's get the cord from this thing out of the way. Do not want to. Let's move this. Requires a lot of real estate to take good pictures here. Okay, got that. Open. That. Controller. Games. Should I take a picture of the back? Upside down, maybe. SCPH 7501. Have I ever sold a game system untested? I don't know if I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've tested all of them. The issue I have now is that I have some of the consoles that I got with my video game buyout are really old. Like I have the Intellivision, the Magnavox Odyssey 4000, and I'm pretty sure an Atari 7200 or something. And I'm pretty sure you need like one of the old TVs to test those, and I don't have one. And I'm not going to go buy one just to test them. So I'm talking to Steffen Hennessy, who was in the chat, and maybe seeing if he would buy all of those again, because I can't test them. And they're just taking up a lot of space right now. So, I still have a bunch of other stuff. Like I have a bunch of Intellivision games. I have like 30 Intellivision games I need to sell. Do you say that they are working cords? Yes. And I've never had a return. Obviously, I don't test all the cords because I don't have printers and everything to test them. But as long as there's like no cuts or like, the inside of the wires aren't showing, I'm just assuming they work. And again, I've never had a return. And if somebody says they don't work, I wouldn't bother with a return. I'd just refund them. Have I sold something over $1,000? Yes. I sold some dumbbells. I paid $600 for them, and they sold for like $11.50 plus shipping. That's the only thing I've ever sold over $1,000. Comma Club, baby. I YOLO sold Super Mario Sunshine and Double Dash untested. One worked, one didn't, and I had to refund the Sunshine because it didn't work. That's a good point you bring up. Okay, so Super Mario Sunshine is one of the most valuable games for the Nintendo GameCube. You probably sold it for like 60, 65, 70 bucks or so. If I sell a game for that much money, one, I'll probably test it. If I don't have a system, you can sell it untested, but if somebody says it doesn't work, I would want that back. Because you can find somebody. My friend Steven has a JBL, basically a disc repair machine, and a $60, $70 video game is worth fixing. I'm not just going to take somebody's word on that it doesn't work and then just let them keep it. because I could go on eBay right now and buy one and it works, and just say it doesn't work, and then, you know, if you were the seller, you would just let me keep it and give me a full refund, and I would get a free working $70 game. So if it's a, you know, $10, $15 game or something like that, then yeah, you can keep it. I don't care. But really anything over 20, 25 bucks, I'm going to want it back. Because again, most of them, 99% of them can be fixed if it's just scratches or something. Man, my back hurts. I have one of these yoga ball chairs. It's supposed to help with my posture, but I guess it doesn't help that I'm leaning over talking to my webcam all day. Have I ever sold a PC? No, I have not sold a PC. Okay, I really need to list this then. Okay. Sony, PlayStation. Original gray. SCPH 7501. PH 7501. Tested with controllers, games. Gosh, I can't type. Original box. SC Thrifty Treasures. How many listings do I have? About 350. Do adult golf clubs sell better than junior size golf clubs? 100%. Yes. I do not mess with kids golf clubs. You might, if you find them at a yard sale for like $5 for a whole set, you might can flip them locally for like 20 or 30. But I only mess with men's adult golf clubs. I don't do kids, and I don't really do women's. Used. Do I scan games when in a thrift store, or do I have an idea what type of stuff sells for good? I usually scan it. You know, I'm not in a rush anymore. Like when I had my full-time job and I was on my lunch break thrift trips, I would sometimes buy stuff and not scan it just because I didn't have time. But now I always have time. I don't want to spend, you know, $1.99, which is usually what my games are. I don't want to spend $2 on a game if, you know, if it's worth $8 free shipping. You know, that's just not worth my time. Cheapest thing I've sold, I think I accidentally sold something for like $4.99 free shipping. It's like a DVD or something. So after shipping and fees, I lost like 50 cents or something like that. I don't recommend doing that. Platform, PlayStation 1, model, I guess PlayStation 1. Okay. Video game consoles, conditions used. Comes with everything in the photos. Tested and fully functional. Please see photos for details and let me know if you have any questions. All right, we're gonna list it for I'll do $179.99. Turn on offers. What the heck is that? Oops. think we're good. I thought I was getting burgled. How do I ship consoles as far as packing and what shipping method? Just pack them like crazy, man. Use a bunch of bubble wrap. Make sure they're safe, especially the corners. The corners, make sure you reinforce those. And I just ship regular priority rate. If they can fit in a, I don't think this will be able to fit in a large flat rate box. I don't think so. But if it could, I guess that would be the best way. Yeah, I saw Mary's video is premiering too. I'm just stepping on everybody's video today. All right, 179 offers turned on. Buyer pay or at 6 pound rate. Normally I would pack this up and weigh it, but 6 pounds is probably right. It's not going to be way over that. I probably should pack it up and weigh it, but it's fine. It's fine. Global shipping. Accept returns within 30 days. Buyer pays shipping. That's what I've changed to. List my item. All right, so now I need to just need to find a box to put all this stuff in. How do I handle returns when it was sold through the global shipping program? I do not accept returns when it's sold through the global shipping program. You don't have to accept international returns. It's too much hassle. That's why if you ship it to the global shipping program, eBay opens it when they get it, and they make sure it matches the description of the listing, make sure it's actually what they ordered, because you can't return it. I did have somebody, I think they bought a backpack and it went through the global shipping program, and they were in Germany, and they sent me a message and said it was dirtier than the pictures, which, I mean, it was dirty, but I don't know. Like, I took accurate pictures. I didn't use a filter or anything. So I don't know what they're talking about, but I think I gave them like a $10. It was like a $70 backpack, and I offered them like a $10 partial refund, and they accepted that. But as far as actual returns, I don't do that. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm out of breath. I forgot to put my mail on the porch, and he pulled up, and I didn't want to have to go to the post office. So I had to run inside and grab the packages. The most expensive thing I sold were those dumbbells. We need to do a challenge at the bins one day. That'd be cool. Be interesting video for sure. All right. Oh, I gotta put this with the PlayStation. Zoom boy, Andy. James Weber. Hey, Josh, first time live. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Vasquez Vintage, listing at electronics while listening to you. I appreciate you being here. I found these shoes at the bins probably, it's been a while, 5-6 months or so, at the bins. Pretty good condition, you know, no sole wear, no heel pulls in the back or anything. The only problem was the little white part around here was kind of cracked and yellowed. So I actually tried to paint them myself by using some leather paint. And you can see a couple little spots. I don't know if you can see that, but a couple of them like got into the black. But overall, it looks pretty solid. You can't really tell that it was hand done. But I paid, maybe $2 for these. These are Nike size 10.5 Nike Air, whatever. I thought they were pretty cool. I don't know why I haven't listed them yet. They've been painted and cleaned and ready to list for like 2 months. So I'm gonna list those right now. Stop death pile shaming him. Yeah, I don't care, man. I do have a big death pile, but it just gives me stuff to do. My problem is I can't not source. I have. That's my biggest problem with reselling. Like I just can't. Like I left earlier to go to the gas station to get a bang, which I did, and the gas station is like 2 minutes up the road, and Goodwill's like 10 minutes away. And I was at the gas station. I was like, I've already come this far. I might as well just go to Goodwill and see what they have. And they didn't have much, but it's still, I have such a FOMO, I'm like, what could I be missing out on? And then every time I find something good, I'm like, yep, see, glad I came today. Like last week I went to the bins, same situation. I was not going to go to the bins that day. I was going to stay here and list. And I decided to go, and I found a Magnavox DVD recorder combo unit and a Funai DVD combo unit. The Funai is worth about $300. Magnavox is worth about $260. So I found almost $600 worth of combo units in one trip to the bins. And that just fuels my FOMO. I'm like, man, I should go to the bins every day, like how much stuff am I missing out right now? Like what are they putting out of the bins right now that I'm not there buying? What I really need to do is hire an employee to list everything for me. And then all I do is make YouTube videos and, go shopping. Phoenix Flippers. I'm not going to source this week. Trying to get some crap listed. I won't get it caught up, but every little bit helps. That's what I'm saying too, man. But sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. Almost kept these shoes for myself, but they're a little bit too big for me. Seth Cordick. I literally go for sourcing marathons where I'll go to the bins for 8 hours straight. See, I've seen other bins in bigger cities where they put out new stuff like continually, like every 15 minutes there's more bins. But mine are not like that. They might put out new stuff like 2 times a day, if that. Usually right when they open, there's new stuff, and then they'll put out new stuff around 12 or 1 sometimes. But once that's out, it's the same stuff. Like even Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday after 3, everything goes half off. So it's very difficult to stay at the bins for more than like an hour and a half because you can go through pretty much everything they have there in that time. I don't think I've ever stayed more than an hour and a half. Never been to the bins, but I want to go. Crazy Little Critters and Vintage Collectibles Furman. That is a long name. It's fun. I love the bins. It's a little dirty sometimes, but if you can't handle the dirt, stay out of the dirt. Stay out of the bins. These now let's check sold comps on these again, just because it's been a while. That's one thing I am guilty of. Like when I get something, like right when I buy something, I'll check sold comps and like see what it's worth. But then it'll sit over my death pile for like 6 months. So I have to recheck all my sold comps to make sure nothing's changed lately. Nike 343 886 dash 002. 5 results. One listed for 95, one listed for 24, one listed for 45. That is all over the place. Let's go to solds. 2 sold, one sold for 30 plus shipping, one sold for 21 plus shipping. I think mine are in pretty good condition. I'm gonna list mine for $40 plus ship, maybe $39 plus shipping. Turn on best offer, see what happens. Do you have all game console in hand, Xbox, PS4, Wii ready to test your games? No. I have an Xbox 360 and a Nintendo Wii. I do not have a PS4. But I don't really find PS4 games very often either. The most common gaming things I found are for Wii or Xbox. And I have both of those on hand to test. Okay, cool. So what are these? Size 10.5. Sell one like this. My picks come out awesome. What phone do I have? I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. I think I'm going to switch to my next new phone is going to be whatever Google Pixel is out at the time, because Google Pixel has a great camera as well. But the pictures are more about lighting than anything. Size 10.5. Just add the word classic in there. People like classic. I have the 4XL. It's cute. 4XL for what? The Dymo 4XL? When are you going to let that Budweiser pick go? LOL, JK, JK. My friend David the owner of the sign, watched a couple of my videos, and he said that he needs to come pick it up because he feels bad that it's in the way. I'm not stopping him. David, come pick it up. Yeah, Seth Cordick says, I take pictures with the iPhone 6, and it seems to work just fine. Yeah, you don't really need a fancy camera. It's all about lighting. Put photos on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 photos. Very good. Used condition. Please see photos for details and let me know if you have any questions. Bam. Okay, got everything saved in there. Got the description. Pricing, $39. Turn on best offer. Shipping, putting out a £2 rate. Priority. And list. So I've listed 2 things in the last 84 minutes. And doing work in Hangouts really slows you down. Come on, bro. Guys, what should I make for dinner tonight? We are the typical family that has like 5 recipes that we cook just on rotation, like spaghetti, tacos, you know, just typical stuff. Give me some easy dinner recipes. We like vegetables. We like meat. I'm not big on like casserole type stuff. Like I'm not big on cheese. I don't really like cheese that much. Hamburger Helper. I don't know. My mom made that a lot when I was little, and I hated it. I hated it so much. So I have not had that in a while. But I do understand that's easy. We made a jambalaya the other night. We got like a Zatarans, one of those box things, of like rice and seasoning. You just put that in a pot with water, and you can cut up some andouille sausage with it, and just one pot, let it cook, like boil it, and then put it to a simmer for like 12 minutes or something. And it was delicious. Chicken fried rice, we do that sometimes. We haven't had it in a while, but we do that. We do stir fry. Brisket, I like that. Is that the like the beef brisket? Like the it's not very easy to make, like the one you cook on the grill, like you smoked beef brisket. Nachos. What kind of dinner is nachos, man? I'd say Chinese food is like my favorite food. Not actual Chinese food, but like, you know, General Tso's chicken, fried rice. That's pretty good. Jello salad? Andy, get out of here with that crap. Jello salad. What are you, my aunt? Emily Conway, IDK, but tomorrow night make crock pot chicken taquitos. Got to thaw the chicken overnight and crock pot it during the day. Check out my vlog video a couple videos ago, and I legit show you. It's amazing. That sounds pretty good. Ravioli, I've literally never had ravioli in my entire life. I don't know why. Matthew Henson, what's up, Harry Tornado? Love the channel, man. If you got a pressure cooker, do some pulled pork with Carolina barbecue sauce. So when you say Carolina barbecue sauce, is that the mustard-based sauce? Because I'm more of a Texas style or vinegar-based sauce myself. Either vinegar-based or ketchup-based. I'm not a big mustard-based barbecue sauce guy. Susan Arrington, guess not seeing my question. Susan, let me go back and see what your question. Susan, okay. One is, would you sell Xbox One Snoopy for what? Is that a game? Xbox One Snoopy? Okay. Yeah. Susan, let me go back. Son, never mind. Yeah, Susan, I guess you're asking about the Xbox game. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that game. Most of the games have barcodes on the back, so when I see a game, I just scan the barcode, and I just scan the barcode and see what sold comps are. Phoenix Flipper says, Josh, do you always use the word used in your listings? I prefer pre-owned instead of used. I don't think it matters. Honestly, man, 90% of people that are buying your stuff probably don't even read the description. They just look at the photos. So, and I don't think they really care between pre-owned and used. I guess pre-owned sounds a little bit better. And I think some of that, like if you use some makeup products, you can't sell used makeup, but you can sell pre-owned makeup, I think. I don't really sell a lot of makeup, but I'm pretty sure there's some trickery with that. I don't really think about it, man. As long as at this point, I'm just trying to list stuff. You know, I'm just trying to get it up as fast as I can. So I should probably stop talking so much. Had to look it up. It's a real game. Yeah, there's this Andy. There's this a YouTube video I watched where this guy took a bunch of fake games into GameStop trying to sell them, and he had the game and the disc that he made. You know, he had Big Chungus. He had Grand Theft Auto Meth Addict. He had I don't know, just a bunch of like dumb games. They were obviously fake, you know. And he was like, yeah, I bought it from here a couple years ago. They play great. I'm just wanting to trade them. And people were so confused. They're like, I didn't know Big Chungus was an actual game, but it's not, obviously. The vinegar-based sauce, put it on King's Hawaiian roll and top it with coleslaw. I do like coleslaw. Here, I'll give you guys a quick coleslaw recipe. Okay, it's kind of like a Zoe's Kitchen style. You start with some coleslaw mix, you know, just shredded cabbage. Add a little bit of white wine vinegar, some feta cheese, a little bit of salt and pepper, some green onions, chopped up green onions. That really goes well. A teeny bit of sugar, maybe like a teaspoon of sugar. Mix all that up, throw it in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours. Bam. That's some pretty good coleslaw right there. I'm more of the vinegar-based coleslaw, not the sweeter, the mayonnaise-based. Yeah, I mean, I like Italian food. I've just never had ravioli. I don't know why. I didn't like the canned ravioli when I grew up, when I was growing up, and I've never had the opportunity to have adult ravioli, I guess. So, I don't know. Kimchi. Blech. Gross. Oh yeah, check this out. I got this at Goodwill a couple weeks ago. It's a little Nike spell out jacket. It's got a little Nike thing on the chest, but it's also reversible. It's black on the other side. Pretty cool. I have no idea what size it is. I wonder if it fits one. Yeah, probably a large. Adult large, little Jamaican colors. Oh no, it doesn't have a zipper. Frick. Oh well. I think somebody will still enjoy it, you know? Just because you can't zip it up. I got so excited when I found it that I didn't check for the zipper. But it's still kind of cool. Joey bada bing. Thanks for coming back, man. Oh, and I found a bread maker the other day. The Bread Oven by Well Built. This was $8.94. It has all the things and everything with it. But sold comps on eBay were only like $60 free shipping. So I'm just gonna clean it up, make sure it works and everything. I mean, it turned on, but maybe I'll actually make some bread with it because that'd be fun. But after it works, I'll probably sell it locally. See if I can get like $50 to $60 for it locally. Bread ovens, bread makers are bolos right now. I'll list these next. Excuse me. Get your neighbor to add a zipper? Yeah, my neighbor that she actually works at a place that makes mascots. So like they make like the Cocky, the South Carolina Gamecocks mascot. They made that. They do a lot of cosplay costumes. So she has a very interesting job. And I met her on the Facebook group for our neighborhood, and she fixed a Toomey bag for me. I had a Toomey backpack that had like a cut had 2 cuts in the strap, and she fixed it. I mean, it made it look brand new. Like you could barely tell it ever happened. And she only charged me like $15 for it. I took it to a tailor, and it was an Asian lady, and she was just like, no. I was like, yeah, it's really easy. It's just a strap. No, thank you. Like she did not want anything to do with it. So I'm happy to have my neighbor on standby for stuff like that. She's also the one that made the pillows out of the transformer sheets that I got at the bins, which I have not sold yet. I got these today, these Mizuno Wave Bolt women's volleyball shoes. I mean, great condition. Like, looks like they were used maybe 1 game or something. These are $6.50. I've sold probably 10 or 15 pairs of these. They usually sell volleyball time, so I'm not sure when they're going to sell next, but they'll sell eventually. It's a good size too. I think these are 8s maybe. Women's 9, pretty good size. I found with volleyball shoes, I like to do the larger sizes, like 7.5 and below. If it's even in good condition, if it's below 7.5, I generally stay away from that because I don't know. Generally, volleyball is a pretty athletic sport, and the girls that are playing volleyball are kind of built, you know, like athletic, and it's kind of rare. I don't know. I'm not going to buy a size 6 volleyball shoe because I don't think there's too many small girls like that playing volleyball. The same with like track shoes. Like if you find a pair of like track shoes at Ross that are like size 15 or 16, like how many people running track have that big of a foot? You know, track people are generally slender and tall, but they don't have, you know, huge feet. Generally, you know. So if you're in it, if you're buying stuff to flip quickly, you need to think about stuff like that. For instance, if you I found a pair of discus shoes at TJ Maxx or something before, and those were like size 13, which I was fine with that because people that throw discus are usually much larger individuals because it's much larger than like a track runner or cross country runner or something. So you can buy bigger shoes than the discus shoes because typically you're going to have a wider audience for those. Net flips. Hey Josh, when looking at sold comps, are you looking to see if the item has sold at all, or do you look to see if it's selling recently and or often? I really just, I don't know. It depends on what it is. I mean, if you can look at something, generally I'm looking at sold comps to see what the price should be. You know, if something has sold, you don't just look at sold comps, you look at listings too. So for instance, these shoes, there's probably hundreds of these listed, but there's probably hundreds sold as well. So if there's like 100 listed and like 95 sold in the last 60 or 90 days, it means it has a 100% sell-through rate roughly. So generally, if you list a pair of these shoes, they're going to sell within 90 days. Ideally, you could, if you find something that has no listings but has sold 100 things, like if you find some weird electronic that there's none available on eBay, but there's been 100 that have sold in the last 90 days, then you can pretty much name your price, you know, because there's so much demand for that item versus the availability. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, if you look up something and there's 100 that have sold for like $40, a lot of times you can see with like children's toys, you know, like bigger items that are hard to ship, they might sell often, but there's like, if there's 40 that have sold in the last 90 days, but there's 7,000 listed, I'm not buying that, you know, because out of 7,000 available, only 40 have sold. So if you didn't look to see that 7,000 were listed, you just saw that 40 have sold, then you might think it has a good sell-through rate. But you gotta check both of them to make sure it's has a good, you know, rank for you. Amazon seller 99, that's true, but my friend's kid had size 18, I think, and they could never find baseball cleats. I had to pay big money on eBay for his shoes. Yeah, I mean, Ross and TJ Maxx and stuff are notorious for having bigger shoes, but I don't think I've ever found an 18. I've found 15 and 16 before, but you know, some people shy away from men's shoes of that size, but you got to think you can't just go into a shoe store and find size 18 shoes. Pretty much you have to go online to find that. Again, there's not very many people that need that, but when they do, they're probably going to go online. Let's back these up a little bit. Bam. What I love about these shoes is I literally bought them today at Goodwill. I have not cleaned them or anything. All I did was take the price tags off, and they're so clean that they're just ready to go. There's a doggy. Have I ever shopped at Dirt Cheap? I have no idea what that is. I have not. One thing when I'm taking pictures, I bite my nails. My nails are super ugly because of that. So when I'm taking pictures of like the inside of shoe tags, when I have to hold it with my hand, I try to make sure not to get my fingernail in the picture because I don't want to I don't know. Some people think biting your nails is gross. You know, it probably is, but it's a habit, you know. So I just try to make sure that only my finger, like just my actual, you know, the paw of my finger is showing and not my actual nail, just because you don't want to you know, you don't want to have anything in the picture that's going to distract. And if some people are really grossed out by biting your nails, you don't want them to see that in the photo. It's the little things, you know. All right, let's look up these Mizunos. Mizuno Wave Bolt. What number? Mizuno. It just says Wave Bolts. Are these original? These can't be original. We'll see. Oh no, let's say Wave Bolt women's volleyball shoes. There's a bunch of numbers. I don't see a number on these. What was that? Okay. Joey Bottoming. Ew, Josh, I'm never buying from you. I wear gloves if my hand will be in the photo. That's a good idea, I guess. I don't think people think about it too much, you know, if they just see your hand or something. Just, you know, you don't want to have anything distracting in there. And if some people are distracted by, you know, biting nails, then I just don't want to show that. I know I should stop biting my nails. I can't help it. Guys, I don't know. These just say Wave Bolt. There's not a number. $430,146. 430,146. Froggy Flips, is that Budweiser sign something you're selling? I've come across the same one a few times, but I was always scared of shipping. I am selling it, but I'm not shipping it. It's way too big and heavy. I've been trying to sell it locally for over a year, and somebody in Atlanta asked if I could take $100 and deliver it to Atlanta, and I said no. Are you crazy? I think I listed it for like $20 or $200. $20, $200, and I was going to accept like 100, 150 locally, but I haven't had anybody. Andy submitted top-down photos with feet showing. Galaxy brand. Yeah, do not put your toes in the photos. All right, I don't know what number these are. I'm just going to list them as Wave Bolt. Mizuno Wave Bolt women's volleyball shoes. Back hurts. Black size, what was it? Size 9. Black size 9. Excellent condition. I'm actually going to write out excellent condition because I don't know any other good keywords to use. Man, my back hurts. No, not new with defects. What am I talking about? Bloop, 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 bloop. It's not a lovely gifts and designs. Can you take the Budweiser pick out of the frame and just sell the print? It's not a picture. It's a light up sign. It's something that would be in a bar. Like it's got a plexiglass front, and the back is just like printed on the back of the metal. Like it's a metal back sign, and then the gold thing around it is all plastic, but it like plugs in and lights up. Pre-owned. Brand Mizuno. Color black. US shoe size 9. Shoe width. Wave Bolt volleyball. Excellent used condition. Please see photos for details and let me know if you have any questions. Easy peasy, greasy. All right, I'm just going to say $25 on these. I'll turn on offers, see what happens, and buyer pay shipping. List my item. Russell Good, Josh, you ever get people bidding or making an offer and then giving you a number to text them with questions about condition? Yes, not so much anymore. That's a scam with newer accounts. Generally, anybody that starts selling on eBay is going to get that, and 100% just block them and delete them. They're just trying to, anytime somebody wants you to email them or text them to set up payment, it's 100% a scam. Never contact anybody, never do any messaging with a buyer outside of eBay. I was going to say the only exception would be if you're doing a local sale through eBay, but even then, you probably want to keep all the conversation in the actual eBay. So anytime somebody asks you to text or email them outside of eBay, decline the offer, cancel the order, block the buyer, report them to eBay. It's against eBay policy against eBay policy to do transactions outside of eBay. Check out this bad mamma jamma. This is a Fortnite pumpkin gun. Got it at Goodwill a couple weeks ago. It was $4.92, and sold comps on this are actually like 60 bucks. That's what it does. That's all it does. 60 bucks. If it was new in the package, I think it was going for over 100. So it might take a while to sell, but I buy all sorts of stuff. The other day I found this, it's listed, I think it's back there somewhere, but it's called like the Big John or something, and it's a toilet seat specifically made for overweight people. And I found it at Salvation Army. It was like $2.99, still in the box, brand new. It was the smallest size they had, which goes up to 800 pounds, which is insane to think that the smallest one goes up to, I think the small goes up to 800, the medium goes up to 1,000, and the large goes up to 1,200. I don't think there's any humans in the world that weigh 1,200 pounds, but I don't know. So I paid $2.99 for it, still in the box and everything. It'll be difficult to ship, but because I can just ship it in the original box, it's fine. I think I have it listed for $69 free shipping or so. But it was interesting. Toilet seat for overweight people. Very interesting. The bigger one had like, this one, it just kind of attaches to the toilet seat and makes it wider, you know. But the bigger one, it had like, it fit on top of the toilet seat, bolted to the wall behind the toilet, and there was like a little pedestal that you put underneath the front of it to keep it from tilting forward. I'm like, man, that's a big person that would need all that. But anything that I can make a profit on, I will buy. Big Sir Pickers says Harry Tornado is a great teacher. I don't know who Big Sir Pickers is, but I'm honored that they consider me a great teacher. I try. You send everything priority. How do you decide to send parcel select, parcel post compared to priority? Generally, priority is what I go with on 95% of my stuff, if it's not first class. I think the only thing I've ever sent parcel select is a Pelican hard case. It was like a plastic case you could use for guns or camera equipment or something. And that was, it was probably like 20 by 17 by 12 or something. And shipping that, and it probably weighed like 4 pounds. Shipping that priority was going to be like $40, and shipping it parcel select was only like 17 or something. I occasionally check parcel select on stuff, but I don't know. I just never have that perfect situation where it saves much money. I used to use FedEx a lot, but don't even get me started on FedEx and eBay. If you want to use FedEx, buy your FedEx labels directly from FedEx. Make your own FedEx account. Do not buy labels through FedEx, through eBay. I do not trust that at all. Chickrocker77, I'm really trying to figure out what to send you for the Adidas jacket, so you make something and so do I later. I don't want to send not enough. What would you like for it? Chickrocker77, you have sent me countless super chats, and you've been so supportive on the channel for like a year. So how about like 10 bucks? You know, 10 bucks free shipping, and it's yours. Again, I'll wash it before I send it. I'm not guaranteeing that the stains will come out, but 10 bucks free shipping. I'm pretty sure it'll go first class. So it'll cost me like $5 to ship it out. Not really making a ton of profit, but for you, I'll do it. Because they come back and charge you more without notifying you. Yeah, 100%. I found a Pendleton blanket at TJ Maxx this past Christmas for like $20, and it was pretty good. I thought I was going to sell it for like 90, but I think I ended up selling it for 70, like $69 free shipping. And going through priority was like $40. I guess it was kind of thick and big. And so I did the FedEx quote on eBay, and it said it was going to cost 17, like 17.90 something. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I got it, shipped it out, $17.90. I wrapped it in like 2 trash bags. It was like a big poly bag. I measured the dimensions perfectly. I got the dimensions right. I did the exact weight. Everything was perfect. And then I got my invoice, and FedEx ended up charging me like $38 for shipping it instead of $17.90. And nobody knows. eBay just says, oh, sorry, it's something with the dimensions. Like once you go over this certain dimensions, it goes into this other price point. I'm like, that's fine, but why does the eBay platform not update that? Why is it just something I need to figure out later? So I don't know. I don't trust it. And some things like golf bags, I've shipped golf bags for like $30, 25, $30, and that comes back normal. So I don't know. USPS does do that. USPS does increase the price at a certain price point, but eBay is updated with that. Like you'll be charged, you'll see the charge. It's not like eBay is going to tell you, yeah, print this label now for $10, and then in 30 days we're going to charge you an extra 25. They only do it with FedEx. So I don't know. Guys, my computer is dying, and I've been doing this for 111 minutes. So I'm gonna cut this off in a couple minutes. Say like 5 more minutes or so. So if anybody has any other questions, I'll jump on here and I'll answer them best I can. Can a box be super big, ship first class if less than 1 pound? I think so. I don't think there's dimensional limits for first class. Because if you say something's first class, it doesn't even give you an option to put in dimensions of the box. I mean, obviously a huge box, even with nothing in it, is going to be more than 1 pound. So I think they just know that. Kelly Edmond. Hey, bro, I'm in college and thinking of using this as a hobby to get an apartment. Would that be worth it? Reselling? 100%. Yeah. I mean, you could, I mean, I'd do it full time. Even without my YouTube income, I could probably make a full-time living on just reselling. It's a lot of crap. I mean, you got to have space in your apartment, preferably maybe an extra bedroom to do it out of, or maybe your living room if you don't care about that. But yeah, 100%. You could easily pay for an apartment with reselling. Miss my daily vlogs and trick shots. I do too. I really do too. Joey Bada Bing 22. I have a question, Josh. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? After I get off here, it's 3 o'clock. Haley will be home around 4:30. So I'll probably list like 5 more things and then run to the grocery store to get something to cook for dinner or something. And then just chill, play Animal Crossing. If anybody has Animal Crossing, let me know your friend code or whatever it is, and we can come to each other's island. Dave Stewart, $9.99 super chat. Thanks, Dave. Just want you to know you are the reason my fiance and I are now into reselling, and I'm attempting to make it full time. Rock on, Josh. Our next step is YouTube content. Excuse me, I'm burping because of the bang. Dave, that is awesome, man. I'm so glad that I could inspire you. I'm just your basic average middle class dude in South Carolina. Nothing special. If I can do it, you can do it. I think it really does. Somebody a couple of videos ago said that reselling heavily depends on your location, like your geographic location. And I would 100% agree with that. I do not understand how people that live in Los Angeles and New York City do reselling full time, because when you're pairing high thrift store prices with a high cost of living, it makes reselling very difficult. But in Lexington, South Carolina, where I live, cost of living is low, thrift store prices are low, and it's just the perfect storm. So I love it. I'm making more money now than I was at my job, even after taxes and insurance and health care and all that crap. And I get to do whatever I want. I can talk to you guys on a live video for 113 minutes, and this is my work day, Before, when I was working, I was watching other people's live videos, wishing I could do what they were doing. So, and here I am now. So congratulations, go for it. It's not hard. Just list. You got to list, or do wholesale stuff. And YouTube content. YouTube is a great partner to do with reselling. Some like January and February, I made more money on YouTube than I did reselling. March, April, May, I made way more money on eBay than I did with YouTube. But YouTube's great. Like last month, I think I only did 5 videos Hello. I don't know if you guys are still here, but yeah, sorry, my computer died. Love you guys so much. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Go make some money, and I'll see you guys on the next one, which will probably be tomorrow. New edited video tomorrow, probably a Goodwill bins haul from last week. Stay tuned. Love you. Have a great day.